I was in the middle of building this AI model on Google Cloud, and I thought, you know what, some people might want to see me build this so they can learn from it, something like that. So I was like, you know what, I might as well just make a YouTube video about it because it would be pretty cool. So I want to build a SaaS, and a SaaS is a software as a service, so people can subscribe to, use the software, something like that. And I'm just going to take you through exactly what I'm doing. So in the future, if you want to build an AI model yourself or you want to build a SaaS service yourself, you already know how to do it because you watched this video. Here is my SaaS idea. It's called Aesthetic AI, and it's going to be like a website where you can go to and you can input pictures of yourself, and then AI will rate you 1 through 10. I know it sounds toxic, but then it will give you recommendations, and it will give you a workouting program and a dieting program. Be kind of like a coach or something. And I can also see that video going viral on social media, like, oh, it scored me a 10 or it scored me a 3 or something like that, joking around. Quick pause break. I'm going to show you guys how to actually get to this in Google Cloud, like making an account real quick, because I don't want you to be confused this whole video, being like, where the heck is he? So all you do is just go up. Let me make this full screen. You just type in Google Cloud, and then what you're going to do is just make an account. It's super easy. It'll probably just be like top right, boom, make an account. Then you click console here at the top right, and then it'll bring you to your console. And this is where you can create an AI model. This is where you can create a data set for an AI model. Basically, what you're going to do is just, you might have my first project, or if you don't, you can just create one. Here is the navigation menu. The navigation menu is the best thing. Click it. Here is where you have API, billing, IAM, and admin. This is basically if you're in like a enterprise environment, you can create roles for people that to only have access to certain things. But if you're just like me, you don't really need any of that stuff. Vertex AI. This is where you're going to be doing all of your work for the most part. Besides, with the data set, there will be a little bit in cloud storage, but it automatically does that for you. So what I just did was I just clicked into Vertex AI, just like that. Click in, and here you have your dashboard and all your stuff. You just scroll down and you can go to datasets, and then to create a data set, all you do is press create right here. So then you can name your data set whatever. I'm not going to create a data set now, but I'm just going to do like test 101 just to show you guys. And then here on select data type and objective, you just have image, tabular, text, and video. So tabular is like charts if you're want like enterprise environment, or maybe your business for data stuff. I don't know. Text, video, pretty cool stuff. Right now we're doing image. So we go here, we have single label classification. What that means is when you put a label on an image on a data set, there's just gonna be one. So for example, Pringles can, it's orange. So I would just label it, and I'm gonna show you how to label in a second. You would just label it orange, and then banana, yellow. But this actually might be orange. I don't know. But you label it yellow. So it would be single label classification. Now, if you go to multi-label classification, you would name it something like yellow, black dot, stem. Something like that. You see you have multiple labels. Like for me, sorry, my light went off. But for my AI model, I'm using multi-label classification. And what that means is, what I'm doing is I'm uploading a picture of someone. So imagine me just like, boom. I would label it lean, body fat low, muscle symmetry even, stuff like that. Aesthetic score, medium, high, whatever. That would be an example of multi-label classification. And then you just click create. And when you click create, you will get to a page something like this. You will become in the import section. And then you just click select files and then resume. Here's my current data set, and it's extremely low. So there's only 134 images that I labeled and that I actually trained my AI model on. As you can see, here's all the labels that we have. I just added these new labels here to refine the AI model a little bit more. That way, when I pass this prompt over to ChatGPT, because what I want right now, and the problem that I'm facing is, if I just train this AI model, there's no way for the AI model to actually like give someone a score. Like, oh, your score is 8.27. But if I take the labels that, sorry, I messed up. But if I take the labels that my AI model got from a picture, so if I input a picture of myself, and then the model goes, okay, aesthetic score high, body fat low, muscle mass medium. And then I can take those labels and pass it to ChatGPT via like an API on OpenAI and say, hey, this person with a high aesthetic score, a low body fat, and a muscle mass medium, I want you to just off those labels, give them a score 1 through 10. And then ChatGPT will give them a score. And I just played around with that with prompting on ChatGPT just to make sure that the idea is viable and it would actually work. And it does. So now I just need to refine the AI model. Because right now, if we go down to my model development, deploying use, I'm at model registry. Here we can see my model right here. It's called aesthetics.ai, and it took about 2 hours to train. I trained it on 8 nodes. So if we click on that, we can go to like evaluate and we can see its accuracy. So we can see the precision was 76.5% and the recall was 72.2%. So basically around 75% of the time, it's able to label the picture itself and get it correct. So what it basically did was it gave the AI a picture that I had already labeled and said, what would you label this? And then it labeled it and then it got it right 75% of the time. So I want to be able to get that as close to 100% as I possibly can. So I need to train it on a lot more data, probably around 1,000 to 5,000 images. But we have the perfect thing for that I built. It was a Reddit scraper. I can show you guys it right now. So if we go to my Finder, we can see Reddit scraper.python or py. I click in it. Basically, what it does, I can't have that. Okay, I'll edit that out. It's like my client ID. But basically, I built an app on Reddit. And then what this does is it'll go to, let's see, the subreddit name. Let's see. So the top on line 12, you can see it'll go to this Reddit, guess my body fat or bulk or cut, and it will scrape all the images from it. So all the people that post their pictures on Reddit of them shirtless, it says guess my body fat, then I will scrape all those images. And as you can see, I have a bunch of red images here, that I have scraped. And I've deleted most of them because some of them, what the hell is this? So as you can see, sometimes, we'll just label that one aesthetic score extremely high. But yeah, you can see I have all these images right here that I need to label. But I've taken out most of them or some of them because some of them are just like really bad. Some of them, the AI model won't be able to read, or some of them are like before and after pictures that the AI model can't really see. Because if there's 2 images, a fat guy and then him skinny, and you don't really know what to label them, and you can't label them the same or different things. You can't say, fat low or fat high. It won't make sense. You also have to make sure you use clear images. Like this one right here, if we click on it, he's kind of low, he's small. Like the AI model won't be able to see him as effectively. But if we go to a picture, like let's say this one, his body's very clear. Like you can see him. So we would want to use something more closer to that. So I'll probably take out a few more of these images. So right now what I'm going to do is create a new folder, and I'm going to title it dataset pics. Yeah. And I'm going to put everything in. And now if you see this folder, fat dudes, it's because I needed pictures of fat dudes because the Reddit didn't have enough. So what I did was I just got a few off Google so I could label them and train my AI model on them. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into my edit, my Reddit scraper. Oh, that one's empty. Where are they? Filtered, no shirts. Okay. Yeah, see, like pictures like these, we can't use. The AI model won't be able to make sense of it. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy these images and put them in a new folder. That way, when I go to my data set, I already have loads of pictures in here that I've already labeled, and I don't want to use more of the same exact pictures because I want to be able to train the AI model on more and more and more pictures. I am just going to add more pictures to this data set because all my other pictures, as you can see, 134 labeled, I can use those ones again just to more refine the AI, but I don't want to just use the same. I want to add new ones, but we can get away with keeping those 134 there. I'm just going to add probably around 300 or 400 more photos to it. So I'm going to go through and get rid of all the pics that I don't want. No offense to women. I don't want any in women right now because I don't want to confuse the AI model because right now it's just being trained on men. In the future, I'll create an AI model that is trained on women. That way, when they input their gender in the questions on the website, it'll automatically refer them to that AI model that's specifically been trained on women. Also, pictures like this one, I'm not gonna have in there because he doesn't have his shirt off. You can't really see. The lighting's a little bit messed up. It's a little bit foggy, so I don't really want to put that one in there. Now, as you can see, there's a lot of duplicate photos because the reason why I did that, and I had the Reddit scraper save the photos twice, but what I did was I had it mirror it. And the reason is because you can get away with training the AI model on the same photo, but just mirrored. It doesn't really recognize it. All right, cool. So that was I think it says 662 items. So that should be enough. But the bad thing is all those people were relatively, they looked good. None of them were too overweight. So I'm probably just going to input around 200 or 300 images of that. And then I'm going to find like 20 to 50 images of some fatter people off of Google. When I clicked off the data set to show you how to make a data set, I forgot to click upload files. So I now just put 303 new files in, and then I'm gonna click continue to upload all the files. And then it will take a few minutes to do it. And that's when I'm gonna show you how to label everything after all these files are downloaded. Now all the photos have been uploaded to the data set, and I just got out of the shower. That's why my hair looks like this. And I don't know why this is the first picture. That's hilarious, but I'm going to show you how to label everything. So right here is all of our labels. Basically, you were just at this screen import, and now we're at browse. And again, we're in our data sets under Vertex AI. Super easy to get to. I showed you just a second ago. So what we're going to do is to add a label, you just click this plus button right here, or there'll be like a label button at the bottom of under filters. I just have so many labels you can't see it. And then you just type in the label, like label _ test. Oh shit, I just added that. I just added this label, accidentally added this label. To remove it, you just go here, click the bars right here, remove label, and then boom, done. So we go to our images and labels, we can click all, and now we see all of our images, but I'm gonna go to unlabeled. So as you can see, we have 383 unlabeled images, including this guy. So to label them, all you're gonna do is click on it. And now we're gonna judge this guy. So aesthetic score, we're gonna do low, check mark, and then let's go body fat percentage, high, muscle definition. You can't really see his muscle definition, so we'll go low. And then V-taper, so taper, V-taper, we'll do low as well. And then you just scroll down, click save. Now I try to keep your labels 3 to 5 per photo, but also keep in mind, so we just saved it, so we're good to X out. But keep in mind, for each label to go and train your model, you need, right here, you need at least 10 images assigned to each label. So for me, I have loads and loads of labels, so I'm gonna need loads and loads of photos. I'm gonna basically do this for every single photo, including this guy right here. And then I'll show you guys when we start training the model and I'm done. It is now the next day and I just got home from work and I just finished labeling most of the photos for the data set, so it is now time to train the model. So if you look here, I have 272 photos labeled. I think that's enough for kind of just a rough outline of what I'm trying to do. I can always train the model more in the future. So we're just gonna click here. And what you need to know is you need 10 photos in each label. So as you can tell, I have a lot more than 10 photos in each label. So now we're gonna train our new model. So we'll click it. We're gonna have to walk through all of this stuff. We're gonna use AutoML as our training model. We're gonna use Cloud. I'm gonna go to train new version. This is because I added new photos to the data set and just more and more labels, so we should be good to go. We're just updating this newer model. Continue. I'm gonna go to higher accuracy. We actually will enable an incremental training for it. And we're gonna select the model here and click continue. And then budget, I'm probably gonna I'll do 10. And now we're gonna start training. And now it is training the model. We are back from the gym and I just went and took a look at the model and boys, it's not really looking that good. So just for a reference, to get to your model after you're done training, you're gonna be in the data sets here. So basically what you're gonna do is just scroll down you go to training, and this is the training that we just did. So as you can see, January 6th, so I trained it yesterday and then today, and the time of the training was 1 hour and 58 minutes. So we go down, we go to our model registry and click into the model. And then right here, this is version 1 of the model. We're gonna click this drop down menu and then go to version 2. This is the new model that we just trained, or like new version of the model. So it's an updated version. We click on it and now we can see the stats. So here's like an evaluation page. We have all of our labels. We have the average. So the reason I said it's not looking good is because it only scored 65% of the time. So for example, I want it to be around 90%. 65% is not good enough to actually put into a SaaS. So what I'm gonna do is continue to train it and train it on the labels that it's not getting right. And then hopefully I can get everything to 90%. It's just gonna take a lot more data sets, if that makes sense. So to review your labels and everything that's getting right, and I can explain what all this stuff means. Right here, we have all labels. So 0.65 means it kind of gets it right 65% of the time. It's able to identify the correct labels. Body fat percentage high, that means the one right here means that it was able to identify that label on an image 100% of the time. So it is extremely accurate. Same thing with low, same thing with muscle mass, same thing with body fat medium, same thing with definition low. And then we go down. Now I want it to be around this percent. I want everything to be above 90% because the 0.91 means it got it 91% of the time. When it tested the images, it was able to get it. Now we go down. We can see all this stuff that it just did terrible on. But to be fair, all of this stuff, it was trained on twice. Because remember the old version, and then we added the new labels. So all these new labels, it's scoring, 58%, 37%. So it's very, very bad. So yeah. And then right here, you can see the total images trained, and it uses this process. I believe this one is 80-10-10. What that means is it trains on 80 of the images, and then it validates on 10% of those images, and then it tests on 10% of those images. So you can see we validated with 30 of the images, and we tested with 28%. So what that means is you see these scores right here? That is because these 28 images were tested against the model, and that's how we were able to see. So it was trained on 214 images and then tested with the 28. Does that make sense? As soon as I'm done dialing in this model, I'm gonna come out with a video and I'm going to complete the entire SaaS software. So my next video in like a week, maybe 2 weeks, is gonna be the entire website built, the AI model integrated in, and the whole SaaS completely set up. And I'm gonna walk you through how I do it. And I'm even going to go as far as to do a whole video starting from absolute scratch with a SaaS. Maybe I'll build like a chat bot, or maybe I'll build like a game or something. Just let me know in the description what videos you want to see me make with a SaaS. So hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe. Leave a comment for any videos you want to see next. Hopefully you learned something. See you guys later.